Taurus, hey guys, gals, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So Taurus, this is the thing. What's your blind spot? What don't you see coming, baby? Well, let's find out, shall we? So Taurus, what you don't see coming. I'm starting with my Energy Oracle deck, and then I'm going into the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And then we're going to pull out the some cards from the SpellCaster's Tarot. And then we have a little surprise oracle at the end. Probably not a surprise if you've seen some of the other videos for this week. And I'm sorry if I feel like I'm coming down with my son's flu that he had last week. So I'm pushing through. I'm trying to get as many videos done as I can right now, because I feel like I may not be too functional in the next few days. So my throat gets a little scratchy. I'm sorry. It is what it is. All right, Taurus, let's get started. What is coming towards Taurus? What do they not see? What's in that blind spot? What's in the blind spot for Taurus? But they should know about it. Let's give them a wee hint. Okay, a ton of cards fell out. They were all face down and one was upright. One was upright, so I feel like it's your card. All right, okay, let's work through it. We're gonna find out why it's here. A little anxiety, but look, what's at the bottom? Door to personal healing and happiness. So it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better, right? I feel like there's a storm brewing in the background. You've been apprehensive about the storm. It's kind of like you know the storm is coming. I feel like that. You know the storm is coming. There's a bit of lightning there. It's gray out, but look at right behind. It's actually a little bit of light. It's almost once the storm comes, then I feel like the light comes in right away for you. I feel like you're anxious about something that you have to do, that you think is coming, or it's a storm. Whatever that is for you, it could be what you feel is some sort of conflict, or it could be a change in the wind, a change in your direction. But look, I like that there's a little bit, you know, this is the bottom. So to me, it's the underline. It's the catalyst, you know, to this. This is getting you here, okay? So look at this light that's shining through it. It feels like it's this light. It's that light, so. Always have to have hope in a reading, you know. I see some readers, I also don't, well, if you know me well, you know I don't really read in reversals. It's very rare that I read in reversals, because I think there's enough stuff in the tarot to tell you shit when you need to know shit. And intuitively too, like, I'll get the message. So, but I see on some, you know, where tarot readers do read reversals, which is totally fine because everybody has their own way. But then I'll see in the comments where people will say, you know, I'm so glad you read all these reversals and you just give us the truth, because I don't like it when other tarot readers, you know, smooth everything over and make it sound great. Like, you know what? I just feel like it doesn't matter how bad anything is. I think you have to look for the silver lining. Because life is pretty shitty if you don't. Why would you want to? Oh, I only want to know the negative stuff. Don't fool me. Yeah, well, it's also how you perceive it, right? It's how you. So I feel like I'm giving a little pep talk here about anxiety. It's how you perceive it. It's not necessarily negative. It's just how you perceive it as negative, because it wasn't what you expected. It wasn't what you wanted. Interesting card that came out. The Eagle card has come out here. Air energy. Ooh. I feel like, now let me look at this anxiety card. See, I need to stop talking for a minute. It's hard for me sometimes. Interesting. I really feel like there's an opportunity here for you. There's an opportunity here for you, but you don't want to look at it. And it's interesting where this card just happens to be sitting. It's on the other side of where this light is, behind the curtain, right? It's like you're really focused on the storm, whatever's going on. This distracting you, wasn't planned. It's not what you expected. It's not where you thought you were going to go. But there's this light behind the curtain here. And this eagle is like spirit, almost, I want to say, trying to tell you, look, there's the sun. We're going to capture the sun. We're going to capture happiness, fulfillment, clarity. It's actually coming through for you. But you're so focused on the anxiety. It's almost like, I want to say a little bit like, well, it's Taurus, maybe not wanting to move in a situation, wanting to just kind of stay with the status quo and see what happens. But Spirit is trying to get you to move because you're in the storm. Like the storm is sort of there now. It might not be in its strongest point, but almost the fact that you know there's a storm is being in the storm. Because when you're anticipating something, if you anticipate it and it gives you anxiety, you might as well be experiencing it like in the now, right? So by anticipating this and not pushing yourself through it, you get stuck in the storm. You're stuck in the storm. But Spirit's trying to push you out, trying to get you to go, you know, she needs to just stop sitting here and thinking about it. She needs to like, oh, look, it's sunny over. If I walk to this end of the house, I can start to see the sun coming through the clouds. I can see that it's actually getting better. So that's a nice message. This feels like it's really all about you in this reading. Like I'm not getting, this is the first one I've done where I'm not getting a secondary energy. It's you. This is all about you, Taurus. It's all about you. So we're just going to make it kind of short. Because that's the, okay, let me just see if anything else comes out of this Unknown Animal Spirit deck. I really feel like the main message here is Spirit is trying to push you through. Yes, see, that's exactly what it is. Spirit is trying to push you forward through this storm, like just get out of the storm. This guy's just sitting. This is kind of like your energy. It's pulled back in the shadows, not doing anything, not making any choices or decisions. Just, you know, I'm going to hide for now. I think that's the best thing to do when the storm is here. Is the storm here yet? Is it past? Like it's, you know, no. Come out of the storm and into the light. Come out of the storm and into the light. I think this reading is going to be more with the tarot cards, to be honest. I think there's going to be a lot more in this reading with the tarot cards. Because the other readings gave me a lot of information with the oracle cards, but y'all are a little different. Y'all are a little different, Taurus. So let's see. Let's see my bovine friends. All right. Okay. What is this storm that you're so worried about? What is this storm that Taurus is so worried about? What is the storm that Taurus is so worried about? Oh, see, disappointment. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Something fell. It's like this card wants me to pick it up too. Oh, okay, it's funny. Okay, let's start with this one. So disappointment. You know, things didn't work out the way you thought. You're kind of holding two cups, but are you going to keep carrying them or are you going to drop them? What are you going to do? What's going to happen here? Things didn't work out the way you wanted them to, but there's a need for change. It's a 5. It's a 5. Anytime I see a 5 in the tarot, it's a need for change in something. It's a need for change in feelings and emotions. There's a change you needed here, but it's like you don't want to do it. You don't want to see it happen. It's making me nervous. I don't know if I want to do it. I want to stay in the raccoon energy. I kind of want to stay in the raccoon energy and see if the storm will pass. I don't think the storm is going to pass until you come out to see the light, right? Until you come out to see the light. Now, the other card that fell from the deck was this Knight of Pentacles. This is one of my favorite Knight of Pentacles. It's still a debate. Is this a teeny tiny person on a regular sized squirrel? Or is it a giant squirrel with a regular sized person on it? We don't know. I don't think there's anything in the background to really indicate. like in terms of perspective. I kind of think it's a teeny tiny person, to be honest. Now, so the Knight of Pentacles is known for being the slowest knight in the deck, for the slowest movement. Slow and steady does win the race. However, when this Knight comes out, I'm getting a message about not focusing on the things that you should be focusing on, not directing your energy towards the things that you should be directing your energy towards. This Knight of Pentacles is slow in a different way from the other Knights of Pentacles in other decks to me. So in the other decks, the Knight of Pentacles is kind of slow because he's making a plan. He or she is making a plan. Is, thinking about what the goal is and all the steps required to get to that goal and possible obstacles and how do we avoid those. So taking very careful steps and planning to get there. Now this one is not like this. This one is slow because it's easily distracted and it's not focusing on what it needs to focus on. So this Knight should really, if you got a squirrel and you're getting ready for good days, you need a whole big pile of wonderful acorns and nuts, right? So you can see across the street, there's this great place, there's this great tree, this oak tree, tons of nuts coming out of this tree, tons of seeds. But the squirrel wakes up in the morning and the squirrel goes down the tree where he lives. He looks across there and goes, oh, so much good stuff over there. We need that stuff. Then he gets down. And then he sees the bird feeder over there. Oh, I gotta go to the bird feeder. It's really close. I'm gonna get some of that stuff. He goes over to the bird feeder, okay? And then he says, oh, that red squirrel is going by my tree. I gotta go. Like, so basically, distracted. Not focusing where you should focus your energy is why this Knight is kind of slow. And it kind of tells me, like, whatever this storm is, it's as if you feel like if you distract yourself, the storm will just pass. The storm will just pass. But it feels like Spirit's not going to let that happen for you because there is a door to personal healing and happiness once you push through the storm. Once you push through what it is that you don't want to push through. So now what kind of good stuff is on the other side of the storm? So let's see. What kind of good stuff is on the other side of the storm? Something flipped here. What is it? Oh, Seven of Swords. So you're going to get an opportunity to remove your energy, remove your physical being even, from something that you don't want to be in anymore. You're going to get that opportunity. So perhaps you're worried about that opportunity. There's something that is not serving you. Something that I feel like you're kind of stuck. You're staring into the flames there. You're just like staring, looking at the flames. Not looking, you're looking at it, right? Like that squirrel in the tree. You're looking across the street at all those awesome nuts. Yeah. But you're not taking action. You're not going out. You're just stuck here. You're stuck. You got to go. Are you going to go forwards or backwards or where are you going to go? What are you going to do? But that opportunity is coming, but you have to embrace it, I feel like. You really have to embrace this. This is an opportunity. Oh, look at this. The King of Wands. I feel like there's a story coming. I'm going to keep shuffling here. Like I said, there's a lot more messages in your reading with the tarot than with... Okay, a whack of cards came out. That should be the story. Let's see. Yeah, look. Okay, so here we go. All right, so this is on the other side of the storm to me. So you can leave. You can leave the energy. It's probably the energy of the storm. Whatever this is that you don't want to confront, it's not working out. It's not for you anymore. It doesn't feel right. So the King of Wands energy comes in. This is being like a very powerful leader in your life. This is being, a go-getter too. Like finally going out. Like this is a lot better energy than this little guy, because this person is really someone who goes out and gets what they want. So then you come in with the Six of Pentacles. You start bringing balance and harmony back into your life. You start getting into an energy where you can actually share things with others. Right now it feels like you just, almost like your Four of Pentacles, you're just hanging on. I'm just hanging on to what I have. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to make any decisions. I'm not going to move. I'm not going to move into the light. You can't make me, right? Like, So then you know you're going to go because there's good stuff on the other side of the storm. And then look, the Two of Cups comes out. I love the Two of Cups beside the Six of Pentacles because this is balance and harmony. This is really about having abundance to the point where you can share it with others. You can share yourself. You can share the good parts of yourself with others. And here you do, and then you equally do. It becomes an equal partnership with someone, very equal. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The Hanged Man and the Two of Pentacles, I feel like you're still going to have more choices. And I feel almost as if the choices are what are frightening you. You don't want to have a lot of choices right now. It's kind of like why I want to stay stuck in the storm. I want to stay stuck in the storm. I don't want to have so many choices. But choices are good. Look at all the stuff coming on the horizon. You're going to have to come out of almost like this, you know, the Hanged Man is about looking at your life differently. Looking at the people and the circumstances in your life differently and making a choice based on having a new perspective. But you kind of, you know, this card is tough because you're not looking at anything. You're still sitting like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Because there's choices and balance. And maybe you're comfortable. You know, I was thinking this the other day, and it feels really, it really connects with this reading. A lot of people are comfortable with the devil that they know than the devil they don't know, right? But the devil you don't know isn't necessarily a devil. It's just something you don't know. But people are more comfortable even in a dark energy because they know it. They know it. I know what to expect. I know, you know, when I go to work, I know they're going to treat me like shit. I know they're going to ask me to work more hours and I won't get paid for it. Or I know when I get on the bus that guy who stinks and belches and farts is going to sit beside. Like, that's the devil you know, but that sounds like really shitty. So I would say, you know, walk away. Walk away from the devil you know and walk towards the light. This kind of feels like your message. Walk away from the devil that you know and walk towards the light that is new to you, that is unknown. Ooh, look at the bottom is the Seven of Cups. So there's a lot of opportunities here. A lot of opportunities to dream up new realities. Yeah, I feel like you are hesitant to move past something here that feels a bit like a storm. And it's almost like you're sitting in that point where everything's gotten dark. You can hear the rumbling off in the distance. You know the storm is coming. But you're not letting it actually come through. Because when a storm comes through, think about what it does. It clears the air. The lightning comes through. It reduces any electricity that was in the air. The rain pours down. Any smog or pollutants that were in there are gone. Everything is clear. It's just letting the storm come through and do what it has to do. Interesting reading. Like, it's really about you in this one, Taurus. It's really about you. Let's see my one of my newer oracle. Oh my gosh, decks. There's something about this room. I have trouble holding things in this room. So Elki is the oracle deck. Now, so she who what? Let's see what you get. So this is like about the feminine energy within you. What's going on with the feminine energy within you, which is the nurturer, which is the mother, the energy that looks after yourself, the energy, the creative, abundant force within you. Taurus, which card are you going to get? Which card are you going to get? I like this room too because Lily will come and stay on one of the beds with me. She didn't like the other room so much. I'm not sure I did either. There's too much going on in that room. Oh, who had this? She who divines, Futura. Future choice and judgment. I can't remember who had this. I've only done 3 before you, so it was either Aquarius, Pisces, or Aries had this as well. I think it was Aries. Futura. Futura. She who divines holds La Morte, the death card in the tarot, and the Seven of Hearts, which signifies unconditional love. One seems dire while the other seems like a fantasy, but they are simply messages for us to interpret. Like the die and key on her necklace are all tools. Even the opal can be a stone of sorrow if chosen for the wrong reason. Futura also wears an icon of the Virgin Mary representing the sorrows and the joys of women. Futura will help you see the opportunities that await you. This card points out that you have a choice to make. A decision is waiting. Isn't that funny? A decision is waiting, but you must first review all the possibilities. Make sure you are investigating the many varied paths that lie ahead. This could be an indication to ask someone else to help you delineate the choices before you. This card of looking into the future is a promise of hope, as long as you don't let the current issues hold you back. I really like that. It really reminds me of the whole storm story. In order to move forward, you can't drag the past with you. Take time to peer into your window to see the future. Where will your feet take you next? Will your heart and your head follow? Ooh, that's really good. I really get that message. This was with Aries, but I really get it with you guys because it is about being, I don't want to say pushed, but nudged to go towards a direction that is out of the storm. But will your head and your heart follow, or will they stay in the past? Where are you going to go? Are you going to take all of you with you? Or are you going to stay in the past as you move in to the future? You'll physically be in the future, but will you be dwelling on the past? So there you go, Taurus. That was your reading. Thank you, guys. Until next week, next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.